Dozens of masked anti-Israel protesters arrested at Columbia University after storming the school library.
Chanley Painter is here with all of the details. Good morning, Chanley.
Hey, good morning, Griff and Carly. So the NYPD was called to the scene some 5 hours after more than 100 masked anti-Israel protesters stormed the library at Columbia University. They shoved past campus security as students were preparing for finals, and they injured at least 2 public safety officers. The students said that the protesters demanded the Ivy League school divest from Israel. The protesters reportedly rallying in support of Mahmoud Khalil, one of the accused ringleaders of the pro-Palestinian protest at Columbia. Well, more than 80 people were arrested. All were students, according to the NYPD. And ICE is monitoring the situation. If arrests were made, the suspects were fingerprinted to determine if they were citizens or not. Secretary of State Marco Rubio warns the State Department is reviewing the visa status of the suspects, saying, quote, pro-Hamas thugs are no longer welcome in our great nation. And of course, this comes as the Trump administration canceled $400 million in federal grants to the university for not doing more to curtail acts of anti-Semitism on campus. So Columbia has agreed to some of those demands, guys, but we shall see what happens next.
All right, Chanley Painter, thank you very much. Let's bring in now Deputy ICE Director Madison Sheahan. Madison, thank you for being here. I want you to just quickly, if you can, react to that report from Chanley. Obviously, ICE is monitoring this situation, and it appears that there could be some students with foreign visas in this group. What might we see happen?
Well, look, ICE every day works with the men and women at the local level to make sure that we're keeping our communities safe. This is just one prime example. When you see protesters go into these campuses, when we're working with the visa holders as well as with the State Department, we want to make sure that everything is being done correctly. And as the State Department continues to monitor these issues, we'll stand beside them as these visas are revoked and we watch these students leave the United States because it is a privilege to be able to go to school here. It's not a right for these foreign students to be here.
In Madison, Secretary of State Marco Rubio posted on X last night simply saying we're reviewing the visa status of the trespassers and vandals who took over Columbia's university library. Pro-Hamas thugs are no longer welcome in our great nation. Is this incident potentially a moment to set a real example for how it's going to be?
Well, look, ICE has been standing next to the State Department throughout this entire process. We want to make sure that all of the students, the American students, are kept safe in their own communities, and we'll continue to monitor this issue with the State Department over the next few days.
Hey, Madison, just quickly before we run out of time, Secretary Kristi Noem is testifying before the Senate Appropriations Committee today. What might we hear from her?
Secretary Noem has really taken a first look at leadership to be able to step up and not only protect the American people, to secure the border, stand beside President Trump to make sure that she is delivering the promises that he made to the American people. She really has shown exceptional leadership, really stepping up into the forefront to keep the American people safe.
Madison Sheahan, Deputy ICE Director. Madison, thank you for your time. We look forward to seeing where this all goes.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.